This is Michael Chambers. I've been sobered up quite heavily by a conversation with a lawyer, um, and it's made me realize that we need to be united in order to be strong and to face the world when Opus Dei stuff breaks. Okay, especially the idea of child grooming, which we all know has happened, and grooming of vulnerable adults. Because the world's not going to understand us very easily as to why we waited so long to deal with this and to blow the whistle, okay? And there are very good reasons for that and very bad reasons, and only we and God can really reckon on that. No, there's no judgment on anybody. But my four reasons are fear, cowardice, trauma, and selfishness, okay? And there's been that in all of for the 20 years I didn't do anything after I left Opus Dei. There's been elements of all four of that. Okay. And there's a few people who haven't, who've spoken out early on, despite trauma, despite fear. And maybe when things break now, they need a break. They need a rest. It's not for them really to stand up for us, the people who didn't do much. Okay. And we're going to have some hurt people that say, why didn't you come and rescue us sooner? It's going to be hard. And there's going to be people that look in our what we've published and say you're arrogant and frivolous, and some of my stuff's definitely frivolous. And I'm just going to leave it all up there. Okay, I'll leave it all up there because I don't want to give the impression that I'm now covering up because I've realised the gravity of all this, and I'm starting to feel fear. I quite have deep knot of fear in my heart right now. Okay, so I'm happy to stand up in front of the world and say what's happened and why we didn't, and not to make any excuses. Okay, not to start to say sorry even because it's too soon. Any sorries from anybody in private or public. But I would like support. I would like unity, okay, because it's not going to be easy for any of us, okay? And no one person can take the strain for others, okay? So please don't run away if you start to realize that things are going to break and people are going to ask you questions as to why you didn't speak out sooner. I've gone public, but I don't expect to be understood for having waited 20 years to report child grooming because we know that for my case, if I'd thought about it long and hard enough, I would have realized 20 years ago. I had only a tiny glimpse. So, but then even that glimpse is enough, isn't it, to work on? And some people have pressed hard through the glimpse. So, anyway, so my appeal is unity from all people in Opus Dei, ex Opus Deis, people who um have worked hard for us and not in Opus Dei, or anybody who's our ally, as it were, who's spoken out for us in the English speaking world. All English speakers need to be united, okay? And I don't know what's going to happen to me because lots of people not know my address. That's made a difference putting my addresses out, okay? But I might not be that popular, all right? I might not be that popular. I might need police protection in Birmingham or Surrey, okay? So, but I had to do it. It was the right thing. I've had to push hard on this child grooming because that's what's cutting through now. Okay. And all I say is please give me your support. qzchambers@hotmail.com. Um, and I will stand firm. I will stand tall. I don't know if I'll stand tall, but I will speak out. I'll represent us in public if you choose me to. And if somebody else wants to do that instead or as well, then that's fine. Maybe we can all have a discussion on Zoom. about how we move forward once this breaks. Okay, but it's the calm before the storm, everybody. All right, it's the calm before the storm, and there are people here who can listen to me, who can help me. Okay, and so I ask you for help in the name of me and my son. Okay, you might not see me for some time. I'm already not seeing him. Okay, so I hope you all understand what this means, and that you won't just disappear into the distance. Okay, that you'll have some little bit of gratitude towards me, even if you have annoyed about me. But what I've done may have made a difference now, and I feel a lot of fear in my heart. And I don't even know that lawyer's going to come back to me because they're going to think, why the hell should I support these people? You know, he's just told me that he left 20 years ago, so they might have all sorts of things they want to know, suspicions they have of me. Okay, all right, everybody, thanks.